Hello out there, welcome to this tutorial on types of angles. So we start with the types of angles. Right angle. A right angle is angle 90 degrees. So we have it in the diagram here. We have two lines that are perpendicular to each other and the angle between them is 90 degrees. It is indicated with a square or rectangle between the two lines. So the next is acute angle. An acute angle is any angle that is less than 90 degrees. So we have it in the diagram here. Here it is less than 90 degrees. So examples of acute angles are 9 degrees, 12 degrees, 26 degrees, 89 degrees, and so on. So the next is obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is any angle that is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. So we have the diagram. So you can see this is not a straight line and it is more than 90 degrees. And the lines are not perpendicular to each other. So this is an obtuse angle. Some of the examples of obtuse angles are 92 degrees, 109 degrees, 126 degrees, 178 degrees, and so on. We then go to the next angle, which is reflex angle. A reflex angle is any angle that is greater than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. So we have the diagram here. This is greater than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. So some examples of reflex angles are 186 degrees, 219 degrees, 276 degrees, 308 degrees, and so on. These are the types of angles we have. So we've mentioned right angle, acute angle, obtuse angle, and reflex angle. So we then go ahead to solve some problems on types of angles. Problem 1. Group the following angles into acute, obtuse, and reflex angles. So we have the angles listed here. So in our solution, we are going to create a table, and for this column, we name it acute angle, obtuse angle, and the last column is reflex angle. So we pick the first angle, which is 200 degrees. 200 degrees is not an acute angle. Also, 200 degrees is not an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180. This is already above 180, so we have it as reflex angle. We then go to 79 degrees. 79 degrees is less than 90 degrees, so we have it as acute angle. The next is 162 degrees. 162 degrees is not an acute angle because it is greater than 90 degrees, and since it is less than 180, it is registered as obtuse angle. Then we go to 29 degrees. For 29 degrees is also an acute angle. We go to 96 degrees. 96 degrees is not an acute angle, so it is going to be registered as obtuse angle. Then we go for 298 degrees. 298 degrees is greater than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. It is registered as reflex angle. The next is 310 degrees. 310 degrees is very obvious. It is a reflex angle and it is registered as such. We then go to 119 degrees. 119 degrees is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. Therefore, it is an obtuse angle. So we have 89 degrees. 89 degrees is going to be registered as acute angle. 189 degrees. 189 is greater than 180 degrees. So it is not acute, it is not obtuse, it will be registered as reflex angle. We have 152 degrees. 152 degrees is not a reflex angle. It is obviously going to be an obtuse angle since it is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. So we register it as obtuse angle. And finally, we have 219 degrees. 219 degrees is greater than 180 but less than 360. Therefore, it is a reflex angle. And that's the end of solution to problem 1. We then go to problem 2. For problem 2, name the angles below. So we have this as an angle, we have the B and we have the C. So this is greater than 90 degrees but less than 180. It is going to be recorded as obtuse angle. Here, this is less than 90 degrees. Therefore, it is going to be registered as acute angle. And finally, C, the angle is measured here. It is greater than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. Therefore, it is reflex angle. And that's all for problem 2. And this is the highest we can take in this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Until we come your way again, goodbye.